Hey Rebels, you already know I'm giving you content you didn't ask for. My name is Masego. You're watching RWS. So guys, today we'll be turning these pants that you're seeing right now into a skirt, and I have another pair of pants that I will be turning into a short. So if you're interested, please do continue watching. Okay guys, so the first pair of pants is what we're going to be turning into a skirt. So the first thing that you want to do is unpick the inner leg seams. So there are 3 stitches here, and I unpicked all 3 of them one by one. There probably is an easier way of doing this, but I chose this way because for my sanity it just seemed easier. This was also a very draining process. It really took most of the time. So when it comes to the center back and center front, you want to unpick up to a certain point. You don't want to go all the way through. So when it comes to the front, you want to stop at that first stitch, because if you're going to go any way further, you're probably going to undo the zip. You want to keep the folds as they are on the seams, and that's where we're going to stitch our top stitch thread. The top stitch thread is a lot thicker than a normal thread, and that's what's going to give our denim a more professional look to it. You want to do the same thing also at the back, and as you can see at the back there, the seams are a lot darker and they don't necessarily have folds, so you want to fold it yourself and give yourself an iron to press them down. But if you want to keep them as they are, you can do that as a creative purpose, whatever, I don't know, yeah. Like I said before, we're going to be using this thread. It is a top stitch thread. It's quite thick, and you want to wind it on 2 bobbins, one that's going to go on the top and the other that's going to go on the bottom. And the reason for this is because this top stitch thread is quite heavy, and so your machine won't be able to turn it as it's supposed to, and it might also mess up tension. So when stitching, you want to hold the 2 threads as you're about to start stitching. I don't know if I'm making sense, and the reason for this is because you don't want the top thread to bundle up in the bobbin area. This has happened to me quite a couple of times. So when stitching, you want to hold those loose threads a little bit firm so that you can use the machine nicely and you can have a smoother stitch. You also want to play around with your tension. The tension is a lot tighter because the thread is a lot thicker. I don't know how the science works, but I put my tension at a 9 because that gave me a better finish. So you want to play around with your tension before you start sewing this. When it comes to these top stitch thread, what you want to do is give yourself an edge stitch and then a foot stitch that is away from that edge stitch. That's how you're going to get those 2 stitches that are going to give you that professional look and that denim feel to it. So as you can see here, I'm done with the front, and I'm gonna leave it like this. I think this is really cool, but the back over there, I haven't done anything. I only stitched down the center back of the crotch area, and here I was going to use the leftover pieces of this denim, the second one that I turned into shorts, to fill in that gap because I didn't want a gap at the back. So as you can see, these shorts, I left them as they are, and I'm gonna distress them a little bit more at the end. You could either fold them and make them look a lot more professional, but I like a raw hem. So you want to play around with those legs to close up that gap. As you can see, the denim are different washes, meaning that it's different colors. Just an interesting fact, denim original color when it's made is an indigo color, and it is washed to different levels and stages to get all these different colors of blue. The first denim pants were stone washed, and how do we tell is because of those lighter patches of the blue. Yeah, hopefully one day I can get to show you guys the different techniques of washing denim, because it's really interesting. So when stitching, you want to do the same thing by holding those loose threads to give you a better looking stitch, and you want to give yourself the same stitches that you did in front, which are the 2 stitches, the edge stitch, then the foot stitch. So guys, this was really a quick project for both these pants. It took me a total of 2 hours.